Good morning. It's another lovely yet chilly day. Welcome to Bhagavad Gita Sadhana. And it's amazing. The sun will definitely be peeking up over the garage by the time we're done today. It's amazing what a difference a couple days can make in the heavens and in our lives. So today, first of all, I want to dedicate this to Roger O. May you be successful in your procedure, and to his family, who are hoping for the best for him. I hope for the best also. We're going back a little bit to a topic mentioned previously about the roots of war. I was in a class last night and the teacher asked, who doesn't like war? Who doesn't like the idea of war in the Mideast, in Africa, in any place, in all over the world? And so many people raised their hands. And she said something that totally resonates with the Gita. She's a Gita fan as well. And it was that we can be upset about these outer wars and we can use them as incentive to look at the inner war, because that's the battle we need to win to transform the world. And one of the big roots of war I mentioned previously is conflicting beliefs. And that doesn't just have to be with you and somebody outside of you, but you and inside of you. And the two can merge. So, one of the challenges Arjun is facing in this particular battle, and remember, I said this particular battle is different than any of the ones he's felt before or fought before. And one of the reasons is this battle challenges Arjun's very view of who he is. Is he a good person? In this war, he's not sure. In previous wars, when he's defending and fighting for others, he's confident. But in this war, where he's fighting for himself, he's not sure if he's a good person, and especially if he's a spiritual person, if he's following spiritual tenets and walking the spiritual path, or if he's caught in the material world despite his love for Krishna. We have beliefs about what a spiritual person should look like, or what somebody on the spiritual path should do. And in the Mahabharata and even in the Gita, highly advanced spiritual people are people. They act like people. In fact, a couple of them have reputations for being just these horrible, hard to get along with folks. They're not all loving, they're not all peaceful. Sage Narada has gotten the reputation of being a little bit of a clown, for example, and Sage Durvasha. At one point, Sage Durvasha was invited by the embodiment of selfishness, Prince Duryodhana, for a stay. And Prince Duryodhana sucked it up as best he could and did his very greatest to please this notoriously hard to please sage. Finally, he did please the sage, and the sage said, I am hard to get along with, but you've taken care of me, so I will give you a boon. Ask what you will. And Duryodhana, being selfish, didn't ask for something good for anybody. He said, I want you to go visit my enemies, my cousins, Arjun and his brothers. And the sage said, well, that's an odd request, but I will. And when the sage left, Duryodhana, the reason he said this is he wanted his cousins to tick off this particular sage so that he would curse them. So an interesting motive, but also an interesting revelation about what a sage or a supposedly advanced being can be in spiritual literature. Not always peaches and cream. And even Krishna, when he describes himself to Arjun, says, a couple of things like, I am cowardice and the cowardly. I am the cheating of the con artists. So this is where our internal beliefs can really get in our way. We have a hard time seeing other people as spiritual beings because they don't fit our idea of what they should be. And we have a hard time seeing ourselves as spiritual beings because we don't fit the idea of what we think spiritual beings should be. And this is where Arjun's having trouble with this battle. This is where we have this trouble with our battles. I'd love to do something about it, but I'm too weak. I'm not courageous enough. I'm not this. I'm not powerful enough. the Gita invites us to reevaluate our ideas about ourselves and others as inherently divine. And I invite you to do that today as we do our practice and as we do our meditation. Okay? So let us start. Let's switch sides. I remembered. Great. Okay. Let's set up for our meditation, considering how maybe you disappoint yourself or how others disappoint you, maybe the world itself, and what maybe your beliefs about how you or the world should be might be inspiring inner conflict or outer conflict with others. If you'd like, you can do full heart mudra, hriday mudra, right hand on chest, left hand on right, to inspire compassion and acceptance. See you in 5. Welcome back, and the glowing orb in the sky welcomes you back too. The sun symbolizing the divine light within each of us, whether it appears as we expect it to or not. The divine in me salutes the divine in you and hopes to see you tomorrow. Until then.